India finds itself in an aging world, in an indebted world, in a very sweet spot for the 5Ds that we at Nuvama have refined for the last few years, right?
5Ds.
5Ds, right?
Which is why you think, India is in a great place.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The first is deglobalization. We lived last 20-25 years because of the China theme. It was a global world,
Okay.
right? Given what has transpired post-COVID, everyone wants to secure their supply chains. I think this whole deglobalization theme is going to play into India's hands. Manufacturing, friendshoring is going to overtake then offshoring.
I mean, the way a lot of the supply chains want
Absolutely.
to move
The
to
reason
India.
why Apple is coming to India,
Okay.
for example.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
That's one. The second is deregulation.
Okay.
The Western world is going through a heavily regulated environment, right? Whereas in India, the reform push that we are happening, the tax cuts that we are seeing is providing a lot of growth momentum in terms of confidence to investors,
Sure.
right? So that's deregulation.
Okay.
The third is debt. We have talked a lot about that, but all I'll add is that
A lot of debt in the US.
a lot of debt in the Western world.
Yeah.
But in India, India is the only place where debt to market cap GDP has moderated in the last 10 years. Corporate balance sheets are a lot unlevered
Sure.
today than they were 10 years back, right? Fourth is the demographic dividend, right?
Yes, a young population.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We are going to provide 20% of the world labor workforce,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And we keep talking about that on every public forum. Everyone knows the answers to that, why that is relevant, and it's an aging aspirational middle income group that's going to drive consumption. And the last, to me, we are the largest democracy in the country. Democracy is the largest democracy in the world, right? And it is one element that is missing in terms of Russia and China.
On the deglobalization bit, I want to ask you, because I know you travel a fair bit around the region as well. There's this whole talk of China. When we started the year, it was the sell India, buy China trade. And then somewhere in between it was like, okay, no, now China is recovering. So maybe go back and buy China and maybe unload a bit from India. Where is that trade now? Who's selling what and buying what between these two giants?
So I think we have to understand that, China was a big theme over the last 20-25 years,
Yeah.
right? It was a large part of the EM basket. It was a large part of the global, growth elements as well. That's flipped over. In my travel, when I meet especially the large asset allocators in the world, right? The investor confidence in China is broken, right?
It's broken?
Is broken. Absolutely broken.
Really?
Yeah. I think there are, not only from public markets, but even from private equity perspective, there are not many deals happening, right? I think the amount of money, incremental money that will go into China, at least in the near term, until some big policy developments take I would say, a flip.
Yeah.
I don't see money moving back into China in the near term. To the extent it should, given the large size of the economy.
So then that money you're saying may find its way into India?
It's not may, it is happening in India.
Okay.
Right?